Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magical Monday. And I hope your day is very, very magical. Now, I'm going to start out. I'm going to try to remember everything. I've always got so much going on in my mind when I'm not meditating that sometimes I forget about a lot of things. We are playing a game. Uh, Come in, take a couple deep breaths. I always recommend 3 in through the nose, out through the mouth. We want to relax. This is cards and coffee with Fawn. And we're channeling. Everybody can channel. That is what we're doing. We are channeling. We are channeling messages. And, you know, I think that we're all starting to learn that we're all channelers. And what we're channeling is good things, usually. If you channel bad things, then there's something bad coming. So we're also practicing manifesting, and you want to practice manifesting because we are manifestors. We just don't know it. You know, sometimes you speak something out in the ether and it comes back. You know, you say, wow, I haven't seen somebody. I was just thinking of somebody. And all of a sudden they pop up on Facebook or give you a call or something. You know, there is no coincidences in this world. And we're starting to really find that out. We are in Earth School and we're learning. And now we're dibbling a little bit into Mystery School. And we still have so much to learn about Earth School because so much was twisted. Let's just say, let's put it nicely. Now, today is 4/15 of 2024, which is an 18, which is a 9. And I'm going to read the 9 out of the Soul Helper Oracle. I like the number 9. Another thing is, what's interesting is when I was writing the date down to do the numeric, I wrote 12/4. Why I wrote 12, I have no idea. Maybe I was thinking of Christmas in July or something, and we're still in April. I don't know. But listen to the whispers of your soul, and that's what we do. Now, also, I am doing a giveaway. I am going to give away 1 free reading to a viewer. And all you have to do is put your first name, your month you were born, and the day you were born. I don't need your age. I don't need your last name. I don't need any personal information. And I will put all of the names. I've already put everybody. I will answer you that you are in the drawing, and we'll put them all in a magic hat. And my husband will draw them at the end of the month. And I will announce the winner probably the first few days of April. And we will go from there. And I will give you a free reading. It'll be recorded. It'll be unlisted. No one else will see it but you and me. And I will send it to you personally through your email, via email. So we're doing that. And we're just having fun with everything right now. It's free. So come on in, enjoy yourself. Okay, now we've got a lot of cards today that were very interesting. Let's just say that. Number 9 reveals that you have something new to learn. Be open, receptive, and curious enough to seek it out. You will then find wisdom in an unconditional, deep healing love. Number 9 will help you reach a point of completion so that you can turn your attention to the mysteries of the unknown and the new. Its energy field is indestructible without being flexible. Number 9 always remains true to itself. 9 plus 9 equals 18, whose digits add up to 9. 9 times 9 is 81, whose digits add up to 9. Multiply any number by 9, then add the 2 digits of the resulting numbers together, and they will always add up to 9. It is almost as if it is absorbing energy of absorbing the energy of every other number through this calculation. Number 9 teaches you how to do this, to accept the powers offered to you in order to achieve perfection. This number is fulfillment and completion, but also a beginning and an end. We are at the end of a cycle, and it's the beginning of the next cycle. So we are at an end going into a beginning. And I can't wait because there is so much that is going to come down our path that it is just going to be amazing. Now, I'm also going to start with the Soul Helper Oracle. I've been starting with it. I'm going out of the box because I think sometimes messages need to be started at a different angle. We got a number 20, and it says, nature is calling you. It wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you within its healing powers. She is completely naked in the earth, in the outside, in nature. She is hugged by Mother Earth. You feel vulnerable, naked, and alone. It wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you with its healing powers. But look around you. All of creation is here to heal and protect you. Your great mother, our earth, sometimes surpasses even herself with her ever wonders and perfect beauty, all of which are there to reach out to you, touch, and fulfill you. And yet you always choose a difficult path, a path of pain, despite long since knowing in your heart that there is another way. You hear your soul speak of joy, laughter, and true healing. You hear, but you do not listen. It tells you of the many different paths free from hurt or pain. Your soul is showing you that there are easier paths to follow, full of wonder and wisdom. No one wants to harm, belittle, or indeed anger you, and yet a part of you always seems to seek this out. You sometimes hurt yourself and your health. You do not love yourself and can be impatient with or hard on yourself, feeling unattractive or useless. Healing is the acceptance without judgment of everything that is. The outside world reacts only to what is inside you. Is someone hurting you? Do not react, but instead look at why this might be, why it is even possible to hurt you. Heal the root cause which lies within you. The issues raised by this card is not necessarily an easy one, but it is an urgent. Choose the path of self-awareness now. Let go of your lower negative energies and forego the dark paths of victimhood. Begin to shine in your true light instead. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the puma, the herbal essence is tea tree oil, the healing crystal is the emerald, and the number is a 2. That is a beautiful card. Number 2 reveals that you are not alone with the issues on the card that you have drawn. Look for support from someone who will work through the issues with you, such as a friend or a teacher in the outside world. A harmonious environment and good advice from a wise heart are more crucial than ever for you now. Ensure that all forms of communication are calm and peaceful, even with yourself. Number 2 teaches that you need an opposite, another person, in order to help you to become self-aware and to grow. Its energy field promotes self-awareness, groundedness, stability, and reflection. And I know why we got the cards. I didn't see it. Sometimes when the cards come out, I see a pattern of information coming through. But when I read that and reminded me of the card, I know why the cards come out. We have to know we have the healing powers. We've just got to go within to find them. We're not going to find them on the outside world. And that's basically what it's telling us. Now, this is the Messenger Oracle. And we got to embrace the dark. And to me, this is almost like the crone, the wise woman. You have been taught that all is either good or evil, negative or positive. That good gives rise to good and bad gives rise to bad. It is wrong to have feelings of anger, dislike, or fear, as these emotions are born of our shadow self. This is not truth. Everything happens for a reason. Love can give rise to destruction, and hate can inspire acts of genuine love. The lessons offered by our shadows often teach us the most. Know your shadow self, love it. Without the darkness, the stars cannot be seen. Yeah, and if you look at this card, her her angels, her light are standing off and they're looking at the darkness. And she's kind of looking down, like holding her heart space with the full moon lighting her way. Uh, and I'll tell you, this morning and last night when I did my meditation and I was going to sleep, I felt this gut punch, this lump in my throat, and I couldn't explain it. It was like when you hear something traumatic and you all of a sudden get that gut punch and that lump in your throat, like you just lost someone you love. And I can't get that out of me today. I woke up just drinking my coffee, dazing out the window. I haven't really said too much today. I don't know what the energy is yet, but there's a lot of negative trying to get in, and I'm trying to keep it out. And I think it's doing that to a lot of us light workers. So just put your guard up. Try to deflect the energy and the feelings, that gut feeling, that throat lump. I'm trying to work it out. It is going away, but it's slowly going away. Like there's something there that I'm just not seeing, and it's not a good feeling. So we'll see what happens with that. But we did see the truth, and I have a feeling that's what it is. I don't know what today is going to bring, but I feel that we're going to see something that's going to be like a gut punch, the truth. Because it is the owl and it is the wisdom, and the owl is like playing yo-yo with the Celtic knot. Do not be deceived. Be watchful and mindful of the illusion others weave around themselves, and that you may weave around yourself. Know the night, understand the shadows, see through the darkness to the light of the truth. Pay attention to contradictions. Notice when actions and words are not in harmony. Hone your intuition and insight so that you may know the minds and hearts of those around you and yourself, and trust in the wisdom born of the awareness. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? It talks about the shadows. And I have this feeling there's going to be a lot of truths come out of the shadows, and it's going to be real soon, because today, I'm telling you, I've got that achy gut, the not physically sick, the gut feeling, the intuition, something is creeping in, and we need to really pay attention to our intuition. Be honest. This is a beautiful card, and this is actually what the front of the book is. Sometimes being honest can be difficult. However, truthfulness can bring clarity and increased understanding. Be honest to yourself. Do not lessen your personal power by accepting an easy or kind lie over a harder or harsher truth. Expect and demand honesty from yourself and those who share your life. And you will not only walk in the light, you will be the light. That's a good message. I really need some good messages today, because for the last 3 days, I have been being energy attacked totally. I mean, I can't say it enough. I have this feeling that you guys are feeling it too. And I'm going to read the angels and ancestors too before I go into the dreams of Gaia and the full message, because I have this feeling that something is going to tell us something, because this is a divine message, because we did get 3. And I think there's a reason I told you to take some deep breaths, because last night when I was doing my meditation, I had to do quite a few deep breaths to get that gut feeling, that gut punch feeling out of my energy field. But when I woke up, and I did when I meditated, but when I woke up, I felt it even stronger. So it stayed with me all night, and that's not normal. We did get some interesting cards in the angels and ancestors, and I really wanted to pull them now because this message might go with the, well, it will go with the other. It always does when I channel messages and I do it the way they tell me to do it. So I try to second guess myself and I'm second guessing them. So I just got to listen to them. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. And that's what I was just saying. I'm trying to connect with the emotions I'm feeling and what it's going to foretell. And I have this feeling the cards are going to tell me something. Take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears and your flesh. The water guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within to understand the depths of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see that your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They are also the old emotions you may have locked deep within the shadows of your soul. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water, help you to hear the message they have for you and to unlock your intuition powers and the energies of abundance. Your angels want you to know that it is okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if they are joyous or sad. They are all powerful messages that allow you to understand what you want and need. Taking time to breathe and acknowledge them lets them flow through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time. And unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. Wow, I am glad I spoke how I was feeling before I read these cards because it's just such a deep feeling that I can't shake. We also got the mirror guardian. Take time to reflect. And I am going to take time and go outside today and take some pictures and reflect. And I have been taking pictures today and reflecting on nature from the inside because I was doing my reading and I was getting ready and I was in here, but I will be going outside as soon as I get that. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are, even when you are going through a challenging time. They still hold you in the highest esteem. The mirror guardian and a female angel looks into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core belief and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the mirror guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular, those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. I needed to hear that. I think most of us needed to hear that. It's like we're going and going and trying to help and help. And sometimes it just feels like, I don't know, like we're helping, but is it helping? I know it helps me to come on here and give myself guidance for the energies too. because we all need guidance right now, and the cards will give us guidance. I don't believe in future foretelling with, I mean, you probably could to an extent. I'm not there. I don't future foretell like uh I've had people say like somebody's gonna die in 3 months. I don't do that. I'm not gonna do that because you could be wrong. We watched a lot of I used to watch some of these psychics, and then I'm thinking, these people are telling people they're dead and they're missing, and they might not even be dead, and they're not sure of themselves. Don't do that. This is what I am doing as a guidance tool. These are tools for you to emerge as the beautiful, unique soul that you are. And it's helping us all to where we go one, we go all, to join each other, to embrace our uniqueness and our imperfections as our perfections. So yeah. We got the oracle. Wait for information, important information to come. Yeah. Uh, Maybe that's the way I'm feeling. Maybe something is going to come through. That's going to be a gut punch for a lot of us. If you're feeling that way, leave in a comment. Let me know how the energies are treating you right now. Be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. The oracle is the truth speaker and insight bringer of this deck, and the ancestor who will be your best outspoken girlfriend, someone who will tell you exactly what you need to hear to move forward. In this deck, she is reminiscent of the oracle of Delphia, a psychic priestess of ancient Greece who was able to receive information and make predictions. She holds a bowl that has sacred smoke rising out of it, bringing the message to look beyond all you can see and gather information in order to make an accurate evaluation of your current situation. Just what I said. I am a channeler. I am a seer. I am a dreamer, and I have seen things for the future that is like a prediction, but I'm not sure of it. So I'm not one of them ones that say, if I write it down and it comes true, yes, I seen the future. That is a true thing. But until it's a true thing, we're not sure of what we're seeing and feeling. And that's how I feel about it. We got to be careful not to harm someone and say, hey, somebody died and you're not finding the body and they're still out there. Can't do that. That's a big no-no in my opinion, but that is my opinion. The oracle is the truth speaker, and we do need the truth speakers. I always say I want to take somebody shopping with me that tells me the truth. Angels, ancestors, and the universe are speaking to you at this time. So look and listen for important conversations, signs, and messages that will point you in the right direction. You are being guided to wait for more information before making any fast moves, because at the moment you are letting your wants get in the way of your needs. There is an important opportunity for you to see everything clearly at this time, but you will only be able to do so if you are willing to truly open your eyes. If you have been waiting for further information about a choice you have to make or action you have to take, don't take matters into your own hands, but let what needs to be revealed be revealed. Then you'll know what to do next. Angels are supporting you. Trust them. Uh, That's a great message. Okay, now that we've got those out of the way, I'm going to save those for last. I have the Dreams of Gaia that we are going to pull from. Oh, I need some coffee. It's a beautiful day here in Florida. I've already taken a picture of the lizard going across the fence, blowing red bubbles. I love lizard. I love all the animals, even the lizards and the dragonflies, and not the cockroaches and the ants, but Okay, now we got all major arcana cards in the Dreams of Gaia today, which I thought was pretty cool. And the first one we got was an amazing one. It's healing. To be human is to be wounded. A time to connect body, mind, spirit, and soul. Let go of definitions and labels, nurturing passion and seek pleasure. Authenticity, honesty, and laughter find the source of dis-ease and distress. You need to forgive. Do what's necessary to increase well-being. Do not dwell on the unchangeable past. Shift your attention. Do not allow your pain to hurt others. Seek treatment. Do not be afraid. The healing card illustrates our third reason for being. This is a divine message, the third reason for being. However, it covers healing on several levels and does not necessarily suggest or imply that you are wounded or in need of healing, at least not on a conscious level. A happy, safe, and peaceful life does not always. Oh, I forgot my husband was out there. I heard the lawnmower start. I'm like, I was thinking he was taking a nap because he hasn't been sleeping good. Okay. A happy, safe, and peaceful life does not always accord us with perfect health and well-being. Every person is vulnerable to dis-ease, whether it manifests in physical, mental, or emotional stress, or as a feeling of emptiness and longing that is born of spiritual wounds. Humans are a part of hierarchical race. We have a social order with the elite and wealthy at the top and the uneducated and poor at the bottom. We are a species that is driven to win, with each of us striving to be better than the generation that came before. Those at the top want to stay there, and those at the bottom want to reach the top. We are goal oriented. Yeah, that's the truth. We are competitors, that's for sure. Like the Roman days. I love competing, but we probably shouldn't be like that because, uh, yeah, that's probably not a good. And believe that success moves us forward and failure sets us back. We are on a perpetual quest to improve, whether it be our social standings, quality of life, or a simple desire to be a better person. We must be better. We must do better. But what is better? In our quest for betterment, are we making ourselves ill? In the simplest terms, we often see success and failure in the same light. As we do life and death, to succeed is to live, to fail is to die, or worse, still to descend into poverty, mediocrity, and obscurity. We become fixated on being the best, succeeding at all we do, and yet we may still fail to thrive. We may find we are not happy. We may find we are not healthy. Sometimes we find that even when we do accomplish our goals and are rewarded with health and prosperity, we are not satisfied and crave more. We are enduring and doing only what needs to be done in order to survive. Are we so fixated on acquiring possessions that we have forgotten that happiness and well-being within us as we truly live, as we are truly living? There is often so much going on around us in our day-to-day lives that we disconnect from our body, our thoughts and emotions to such an extreme that when somebody asks, "How are you doing?" we automatically say, well, I, I'm well, regardless of our true feelings or whether we are physically well or not. To do this is an act of self-preservation and hides our vulnerability, our weariness, our dissatisfaction, and our dis-ease from others. We may be afraid of being honest because to do so could reveal our weaknesses in a world where we must always be strong in order to survive and succeed. The sad truth is that we may not only be doing it in order to hide our true state from others, but to hide it from others. The healing card symbolizes a need to reconnect and listen to what your body, mind, and feelings are telling you. To work with them instead of against them, whether it be as simple as addressing a physical ailment or addressing that empty ache that comes from denying ourselves enjoyment and connection. This card signals that it is time to rip off the layers of illusion the protective armor and the mask and look at what lies beneath. Are you fulfilled? Do you love your life? Are you happy? Or do you need everything that you strive for in order to be happy? Are you living a fulfilling life that you love? Or are you simply enduring and dying a little more each and every day? The healing card brings with it questions like these. It also asks you to look at your life and determine whether your path heals you or harms you. If it's the latter, the healing card reminds you that it is in your power to change direction. Yeah, that is an interesting assumption of that card. Now, the clarifier for the healing card was the Four of Wands, which is reward. And yeah, this is be carefree while you can and replenish your mind, body, and soul. You deserve it. When you achieve a goal such as finding a new home, completing a project, or passing a test, it's time for rewards. Holidays, socializing, love, and trips away all feature in this Happy four, which brings you leisure, fun, and freedom. It's also time to get back in touch with your inner child and celebrate the joy of life. As you find contentment within, you'll sense the closeness of your spirit guides. An additional meaning is reflecting on happy memories. Yeah. It's interesting that that come up like that because I just said to my husband, want to reflect on happy memories. I've released all of the past baggage. Some might surface here and there, maybe, but I pretty much forgot all. I erased it from my mind to an extent. I don't harp on it. I don't talk about it. It's something from my past. We all have a past, and if it's traumatic, we need to release it because if we're hanging on to it, there's no reason for that. And we need to reward ourselves and have joy in our life because that will help the dis-ease, if we have any, around us or feeling within us. It will help ease the dis-ease in our life. So now we got the 9, which is interesting because today was the 9, and we know what the 9 is like. It's knowledge. So we had the healing, the reward, and then comes the knowledge. And we exist to learn. As we learn to exist, knowledge is power. Has your past education served you? No. The education that they offered us back in the past was a lot of it was a pack of lies. They didn't teach us what they should have taught us. They should have taught us how we are spiritual beings. They should have taught us about the real history and mystery school and not hid things from us and told us the truth. A time of new study and learning, an opportunity to learn about people in the world. Surround yourself with books and information. Does bias and unfounded prejudice close you to new knowledge? Improve upon the knowledge that you have. Where is your knowledge taking you? Does what you learn now serve a practical purpose? Create a better future by continuing your studies. And this came in the future position. So I'm going to read the future position. To me, it's a future position. It's not complete future, but it wasn't our past. Well, no, wait, I'm sorry. It's our present. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Where was? Okay, I'm going to read the present because that is what source is telling me after I just said future. They're saying, no, no, no. Look again. Okay, it's present. Sorry. When the knowledge card appears in your present, it symbolizes a time of new study and learning. You are being invited to increase your knowledge or skill set. It is time to enroll in a new course, to take on a new role at work in order to advance your skills, or to take a talent that you have and apply it to a skill that allows you to draw on the talent. There may also be an opportunity to learn more about people and the world around you. Seek out the elders who can teach you about nature and humanity and humanity's place and purpose in nature, as well as more traditional means of education. Surround yourself with books and information, even if a source is unfamiliar or outlandish to you. It may still serve the purpose of offering you information that you did not possess. Information that, in truth, both teaches you and benefits you in some way. Now is the time to build upon the knowledge that you already have. Go back to school, go out into the world and ask questions. Do not take anything for granted. Research, investigate, and study all that inspires your curiosity and all that does not. You might discover that an unfounded bias or prejudice has closed your mind to knowledge that can ultimately set you free. It is time to crack that mind and the books open. That was a good one for the present, and I'm glad I read the present. It called me back. It said, whoa, wait, if you listen to that intuition when you're doing things, it will say, hey, wait, don't do that. Go over here, just like it just happened. I was thinking future, and as it was in the present position. So now we have the Three of Wands, and we get a lot of wands, and we did get a lot of swords too. It's motivation, knowledge. Knowledge and motivation is kind of one and the same. You got to get motivated. You got to get motivated for knowledge. There I am. I'm playing with my inner child. I'm making funny faces with my mouth as I talk. This three brings energy and enthusiasm to all your activities, and in love predicts a new relationship and celebrations, such as weddings and engagements. This three is also a brilliant card for travel and for the arts and sports too, showing a dynamic attitude that gets results. You may find yourself taking an unusual approach to a dilemma or situation, finding ingenious ways to problem solve and get your message across. Think laterally. Try new ways to fire your communication and creativity. Yeah, we do need to step out of the box, actually sprint out of the box. If we're staying in the old doggy dog world of our perceptional life that it's been, we need to take a sidestep, do the two-step out of that box. Dance around it and think of another way you can go. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to really step out of the box. Now, we did get 14, which is a 5, self, but self came in. We got a blockage here. And we are going to read the self blockage. What are we blocking on self? This is a beautiful card. If we embrace self, really, really embrace self and love self for exactly the way we are, other people's opinions does not trigger us as much as they used to. Finding love is not all that because you found love within. It's like not like an ego love yourself, but I really love myself because I am a child of the Creator, and all of us are. We are all children of the Creator. We are mama's babies. The self card reverse represents a need for you to look within and ask if you are embracing other people's beliefs and behaviors in order to belong. Going along with a herd mentality can make you predictable and lead others to have certain expectations of you, especially if you are predisposed to follow their lead or do as they do without question. Humans have always formed tribes and communities. We are social animals that seek out others in order to feel protected and understood. But while we are and always will be part of a collective, we are also unique and individual beings who have evolved to a point where we have the freedom to be different if we have the courage and desire to do so. In fact, we have the freedoms that we do because generations before ours have defied convention and traditions, broken laws, and fought for their right to be free thinking individuals. That fight is ongoing as people continue to evolve and each tribe demands to have the same rights and privileges as their neighboring tribe. Monkey see, monkey do. It is said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But there are many who do not see imitation as flattery in any form. Rather, they see it as the act of someone who seeks to curry favor or approval, or of someone who is unable or afraid to think for themselves. So think for yourself, stand on your own 2 feet, be innovative and original instead of doing what everyone else is doing. It does not serve you to believe that others tell you to believe, nor to do as others do, unless you truly believe as they do and share the same values. If you want to belong, do not try to make yourself fit by being the same as others. When you know that you are different, be who you are, respect who you are. Then you will draw to you those who are similar, who will respect you and whom you will also respect. Because, like you, other thinking independent people are busy walking their own path. That was a great message for today. And I had just said that we are all unique and we're very individual. And why would we want to be like anyone else? Why? Why? I mean, we really got to ask ourselves that question. Why would we want to be like somebody else? I don't want to. I never wanted to be like somebody else. I don't like that. It's not me, and it never will be me because I'm who I am. We also got with that as a clarifier the Ten of Swords endings. The 10 is the final number card of the swords, is the summoning up and ending, usually involving some degree of drama. This can come as a shock or as a relief as you see the situation or relationship for what it is or was. It cannot develop and grow. However unwanted this card may be, when it arrives in a reading, it does tell the truth and help you to see what needs to be released. Walk away and let go. Focus on the present rather than dwell on the past. Completion, release, drama, transformation, victimhood, truth, and shock. I have this feeling that there is going to be a shock. There is going to be some drama. We did get a tower moment, and I don't think we've been through the tower moment yet. We might have with the storms that we've had, but in the winds, but it hasn't really been a tower moment for anybody that I've seen yet. Now, the last card in the Dreams of Gaia is a 15, goes down to a 6, which is abundance. And abundance is a state of plenty, a feeling. Abundance surrounds you. Have faith and conviction. Complete trust is required. Your rainy day is today. Determine your goals and reasons and set intentions. A state of contentment, not influenced by external factors. Relax and enjoy yourself. Generosity ripples outward. The more you give, the more you receive. Appreciate and be grateful. And that is true. The more you give, the more you receive. And this is in the future position. So I'm going to read the future description of this card. And if you look at it, she's got everything. She's got her dragon protecting her. She's got the baby birds she's protecting. She's got the gold. She's got the food. She's got the rabbit. She's got blue tattoos, and she's surrounded by nature. She's earthing. When the abundance card appears in a future position, it signifies the rippling outward effect of generosity. Remember to share what you have, even if you only have a little. Be generous in giving, even if the only things you have to give are your care and attention. Give of yourself to others. For instance, you can show your interest in another. If you have a little bit of windfall, share it with others. Do not hoard it or save it for a rainy day. Use it. Pass a little along to someone else. Seek out a small business or artisan and make their lives more abundant by sharing your own abundance. Give to a charity. If you buy a new coat and have no need for a second, give your old one to someone who might be in need of a little extra warmth. Get into a habit of giving to others, especially when you no longer have need for what you have. Make a habit of cleaning out your cupboards and give away what you do not use or need. Offer someone in need a helping hand when you see them struggling rather than walking on by. Sometimes something as simple as a kind gesture can change the day for another. If something wonderful happens to you, pay it forward, and you create abundance in the lives of others as well as your own. This generosity ripples out in a magical way, creating future abundance. The more you give, the more you receive. Ah, that's a beautiful ending for that card. And I would love a future like that because I think I give as we're not rich people, but we give as much as we can. I take food down to the food box of the church. We just do what we can do. We help the community basically. I don't go out of the community too much because our community is in need. Why not help our community? I think if everybody concentrated on helping their community instead of sending money to other countries or giving to a charity that's going to take like 30% of the earnings, our communities would be beautiful. Think about it. Give that some thought. Now, we got the Five of Swords. We got a lot of swords with this, and that's conflict. An argument or other conflict leaves you battle worn and feeling small. This may be because someone you trusted has been cruel, unkind, or even devious, wounding your friendship, business, relationship, or romance out of jealousy or a need for power. This card can also reveal communication problems in families, hurtful oppositions, or being unfairly overruled and ignored. On a more positive note, the situation is now out in the open. Stand your ground. You don't need to respond aggressively, but do be assertive rather than retreat. Oppositions, arguments, shame, bullying, unfairness, loss, and resilience. Yeah, that, like I said, we have a lot of things going on right now with a lot of, especially if you're a light worker, they are attacking us big time. There is a lot of energy vampires out there right now. I kept going with the tarot because I didn't want to stop at conflict and then say, I don't like that kind of a reading where you stop in the middle and you get abundance and then you get conflict. And it could be like someone passes and you have family members that conflict. Have things in order. Don't go on assumptions when people have money and large families and things that they promised and didn't put it in writing and then something happened. Be very careful. We've had those warnings a lot lately. Um, but we did get the Queen of Swords, and what's interesting is to that, think about it. It said be resilience, and this is resilience. So there's going to be something of abundance. It's an ending, an abundance, and a conflict and resilience. The queen is highly intelligent and driven. She commands respect, holds her ground, and puts her interests first. She is charming but does not suffer fools. She can see the truth of any situation in a flash. This card often comes up in a reading to show strong women, business leaders, independent females, and single parents. If she comes up as the U card in a reading, it's time to show your strength of character. Be prepared to make a strong decision or to respond to a final decision made by a woman. This is intelligence, independence, leadership, insight, intolerance, determination, and justice. That was interesting how it rolled like that. And that we got the Four of Cups, which is boredom. You gather together with friends and family to celebrate. So this three predicts, oh, sorry, it's the four. I'm reading the three. When this four arrives in a reading, it's often because you're feeling dissatisfied with someone's aspect of your life, but don't know what you need to bring in to feel happier. In relationships, it can reveal a boredom phase. If you're looking for love or working, you may believe that there's nothing or no one out there for you. You may be retreating into yourself rather than reaching out for what you need. Look for inspiration, renew your faith that life can bring you what you need. Stagnation, despondency, disillusion, self protection, need for change, stubbornness, and rigidity. Be careful with that one because we have abundance, we have conflict, we have resilience, and we have boredom, which is kind of rigidity and need for change and self protection. It's kind of like I do that. I go into kind of like a shell and I don't respond very good when things like that are, I need to just be solitude. Now, after the Four of Cups, we got the Three of Pentacles, and that's recognition. It's time for acknowledgement as your work receives positive attention, whether making a speech, organizing an event, or demonstrating your skills to others. Your success is public rather than private. On the home front, this three can show that now is the time to make your home presentable so you can sell it, or to renovate or redecorate your property. Whatever you do now, you can take pride in, and your work will have a lasting effect. Show off your work and be proud of your achievement. Further success is on the cards. Reputation, learning, skill, performance, reward, security, completion. That's a good card because we got the scatter the messy guy last night, the clutter, and we need to clean up our clutter around our home because we want the Garden of Eden. We want the beauty on earth. And if your house looks like a sty, then it's not beauty on earth. It's beauty here and styish here and beauty here and bad here. Get off the couch and go do something. It's time. If we have drug addictions or alcoholism or anything like that, there's already a cure for that. It's just not legal in this country yet, but it will be. Uh, one pill, you will not feel the urge again. So, yeah. So there's a lot of things. So if you're sitting on a couch, puffing something that you shouldn't be, that's really toxic, and you're just sitting there in la la land, it's time to get off the couch, get out of la la land, and do something. And it's funny that I just said that because we got the Seven of Cups recovery. Because we're going to recover. Everybody's going to recover. Me and my husband quit smoking almost 2 years ago. And it's the best thing, smoking cigarettes, the best thing we ever did in our life. We just went cold turkey. It was like, okay, we just don't need this anymore. And we walk into people's houses now that smoke, and it's like, what? And people told us that. We're like, oh, well, whatever, we're smokers, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't bother us, but you can really tell when somebody smokes. Okay, Four of Wands. Now is the time for a break, which may be your choice or imposed upon you as you take time away from work, a relationship, or a stressful commitment. This quiet time is necessary, an opportunity to look after yourself, rest, recuperate, and enjoy a gentler pace of life. The four also shows that some plans go on hold. Accept that this is how things need to be just now. You will make progress when the time is right. This is inaction, time away, taking a relationship break, healing, peace, stillness, and rest. We all need that on a daily basis. And if you don't think so, we do. We also got the number two, which was the High Priestess, and it's intuition. This High Priestess indicates that it's time for learning, so she can represent a teacher or spiritual guide. If you are reading for another person, it can show that they are ready to open up spiritually or to find an educational course. An additional meaning is needing to spend some time alone and to connect with your inner self. There may be a secret around you or a new situation that is yet to unfold. Someone may take you into their confidence. Keep your thoughts and feelings to yourself just now and respect others' secrets as well as your own. Take time to concentrate on your spiritual interests and listen to your intuition. The right teacher will appear when you are ready for the lesson. This is wisdom, secret, discretion, teaching, spiritual work, visions, and dreams. I have been doing a lot of dreaming lately, and it's pretty crazy. Did we? Okay, yes, I did that. Okay, the last card we got, and I stopped it at that because they weren't coming out anymore, and I think it wants to keep it there because, we did get the abundance, we did get all of that. So go back and look at how those meanings rolled out because we got now possibilities. We got the Seven of Cups. And seven is a very spiritual number for a lot of us. There are many choices available to you now, but which do you focus on? At this point, there are few facts to help you decide, only a raft of impressions. Danger lies in falling for a fantasy as you have no sense yet of what is real and what you're idolizing because it fires your imagination. In creative projects, you may be awash with ideas, and additional meaning is dreams and visions. Rather than rush towards one option, stand back a while, wait to see what manifests. Fantasy, confusion, choices, dreams, imagination, visions, and passion. Yeah, what is your passion? We've been talking about that for like a week. The P.S. I Love You movie where her husband dies and she doesn't know what she wants to do. So she goes into solitude. She cuts out the world. They're mad at her because she won't return phone calls. She writes down like spy and taxi driver and all these different weird, wild things. And I think that night she was aggravated and threw something. And this buckle landed on one of her shoes. She loves shoes. She had so many shoes. And she picked up the thing and looked at the shoe and she thought, wow. And she took a class in shoes, making them, and then she started designing shoes and she became a famous designer. So that's just showing you that anything is possible. And who would have thought a shoe designer? I mean, really. But that's beautiful. I mean, everybody loves shoes. You need shoes to walk around. I don't. I don't wear a lot of shoes, but I'm a barefoot girl. But when you go in town, you got to wear shoes. Okay, now we got the practical magic card. And we got number 27, which is a 9, of course, another 9. Let the past die, Ravenkin. Death and endings don't have to be scary. They can be the start of something new and wonderful if you have the courage to let go and move forward. Death is part of the cycle of life and a reminder to live every moment to the full without regret, to live your best life while you can and not put off to a later date what you most want and hope for. It's a motivation to tell people you love them, to make amends, to follow your dreams, to check in with yourself and your morals. Belief and priorities. Death brings grief and despair, but in its non literal sense, it also creates focus and clarity, nudges you forward on your path, and ushers in rebirth and growth. It asks that you are willing to give up in order to gain all that you dream of. Don't panic though. The death card in divination is not about a literal death. It's about endings, change, and transformation. Drawing this card indicates an unexpected change, the conclusion to a situation, or the destruction of something you've held dear. It could be the metaphorical death of a part of yourself that you're facing, the loss of a job or a passion or a dramatic change in your career, a family upheaval that plunges you into free fall. You may be mourning the loss of a home or a place with special meaning to you, the end of an important relationship or a betrayal by someone you trusted, the demise of a dream or the fizzling out of a hope. you've been counting on, the abrupt loss of the way you saw your life unfolding, and the necessity to create a new future. Serious illness or injury can impact on plans and capabilities, and you may be grieving for things you want to do but are no longer able to do. Know that you are strong enough to handle this loss and that there is something wonderful ahead that you weren't able to see while you were consumed by the thing that is now ending. It can be a hidden blessing to be forced out of your comfort zone and pushed to let go of past issues, past relationships, or past beliefs that you've outgrown. Sudden change can feel scary and daunting. It may be painful and unwanted, but letting go will transform your whole life and allow you to become all that you are meant to be. While this card signifies the end of something in your life, don't be afraid. You can choose to see this as a positive for new growth to emerge and new dreams to weave into being. Sometimes the old must die. From death, there is rebirth, and from loss, there is transition and transformation, and a whole new space and energy from something wonderful to grow. Honor the old and thank it. Then embrace the new. Seek out all the opportunities that are waiting for you once you can let the past die and let go of what has been holding you back. This is a card of transformation. If you're ready to embrace change and move forward into your bright new existence. Yeah. Are we ready for change and to move into our bright new existence? I think we all are. I think we try to fool ourselves and say we're all comfy and happy and all that, and then we're not so much. Okay, we got some good cards. These are the last ones. The Divine Master. And we got a beautiful card. We got Queen Yin, enlightened action. Choose compassion, move forward with grace. And she is beautiful, and she's got the lotus flower. That is an amazing card. Look how pretty that is. Queen Yin is a bodhisattva, bodhisattva, a being of pure compassion and love, who is loved the world over, especially in the East. Bodhisattvas are part of the Buddhist tradition, but are very similar to the Western concept of angels. Being of light and brilliance who will do anything they can to lead those who call on them into a space of peace and harmony. Queen Yin has a grace and a pearl white light surrounds her. She can help us step into an embrace of care, forgiveness, and compassion. If we have been hurt or disrespected by another person, she will help us move into a non reactive space so that we can stay connected to the light as we move forward. If you're finding someone or something difficult at this time, the best way you can move forward is by going beyond seeking to understand why something is the way it is, or someone is the why they are. It's time to move beyond the behavior or mistakes or challenges that are happening around you. Don't be pulled into the misery and fear that is coming to you from an outside source. Refuse to operate on that level. Choose to take enlightened action for the sake of your own inner peace. Know that you can be compassionate and forgiving without having to excuse someone else's behavior. It's more about stepping onto your own path and recognizing that you cannot allow your own wellness and peace to be affected by someone else's behavior or by the outcome of a situation that is beyond your control. Choose to move forward in your life with grace. Realize that if you allow yourself to get pulled in, and it will only cause your hurt and anguish. And the best, most enlightened act you can perform is to move on with grace and forgiveness as your North Star. The energy of Kuan Yin is here to guide you in a composed, light-filled way. That is a beautiful card for us. Now we got the Gateway of Light Activation, and we got the Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. The grace is coming up. We have to live in grace. We can't put, and I know we all do it, we're not there yet, but we can't all put our anger out on others in the world. We have to learn how to control it with grace. Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancient times. The inhabitants of this sacred land lived in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. Their inner vision was fully activated to the point where it is thought that their pineal gland was fully developed and they could see for hundreds of miles in every direction in a similar way to the sonar of dolphins and whales. The majority operated from their heart. Ooh, that'd be beautiful. From their heart space, honoring one another and nature. So much so that when their civilization came to an end through a cataclysmic event, most likely the plates of the earth shifting, causing volcanic eruptions and a tsunami, most of them ascended. It is sad that these highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves into another part of the world for future civilizations to benefit from. They telepathically channeled their frequency into a thought form that would become crystal, that would be found thousands, possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds are a type of quartz crystal mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. They are powerful crystals with striation. I can't say that very good. Striations. Striations. It's like me saying people saying linoleum. They have a feminine receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. You are a highly sensitive being. You might feel that this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrendering and revealing your true self. That's a great message for today. And we got one more. This is the Human Spirit Oracle, and I love that. This is my favorite at the end because it's got humor too, and it's a divine message because it's a 30, which goes down to a 3. And this is against the clock. And he's got clocks, it says 10 to 1. Interesting. He's got clocks everywhere. And it says, I don't know what that says down there, but it's a cool card. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, ain't this the truth? Time is a strange thing. Some people say life is short, but it is the longest thing we'll ever do. Are you procrastinating? Perhaps you have a deadline that needs to be met, and you have waited until you are fighting with time to get things completed. Time is precious, so use it wisely. Do what needs to be done so you can enjoy the moments in between to the fullest without stressing your time crunch. Yeah, that's a good card. We all are in a hurry for something, I don't know, but if we have a time crunch, yeah, we should take care of that. Now, remember to hit the magic manifestation like button and let us know how you're manifesting and if it's fun. I've had people tell me how fun it is. They're manifesting their wildest dreams. They're manifesting a doggy, a fur baby. I'm manifesting healing for the world. Whatever you want to play with it, play with the magic, play with the energy around you. And also put your first name and your date of your month and day you were born, so I can put you in the drawing for a free reading with me, from me, and do that. So I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. and have a magical Monday. And you know what? Just be you.